Once upon a time, in the quaint town of Viridia, there lived a man named Henry. Henry was known for his sweet demeanor and the warm smile he always had on his face. He was well liked by everyone and often praised for his kindness and honesty. However, unbeknownst to the townspeople, Henry had a secret that he guarded fiercely. Behind closed doors, he engaged in various bad habits that contradicted the very image he projected to the world. He would smoke heavily, indulge in excessive drinking, and tell lies to cover up his vices. One day a new pastor arrived in Viridia named Reverend Thomas. He was a wise and observant man who could easily discern the true nature of people. Although he heard nothing but good things about Henry, he sensed a dissonance in the way the townsfolk described him. Reverend Thomas decided to invite Henry for a private chat. He welcomed Henry warmly and offered him a cup of tea. As they sipped their tea, the Reverend gently broached the topic of hypocrisy. He shared stories from his own life, how he once struggled with his own flaws, and how he learned to embrace authenticity. At first, Henry was taken aback, unsure of how to respond. But the Reverend's sincerity and non-judgmental demeanor encouraged him to open up. Tearfully, Henry confessed his bad habits and the guilt he felt for living a double life. The Reverend smiled compassionately and said, "Henry, we all have flaws and make mistakes. It's natural to struggle with our habits, but what's truly harmful is pretending to be something we're not. Embrace your imperfections and work on improving yourself sincerely." Inspired by the Reverend's words, Henry decided to change. He sought support from the Reverend and his friends, and together they helped him break free from his bad habits. Henry started attending support groups, practiced mindfulness, and gradually turned his life around. As Henry transformed, the townspeople noticed a change in him. He became even more kind and genuine, no longer burdened by the weight of hypocrisy. The community embraced him with open arms, appreciating his newfound honesty and humility. Word of Henry's transformation spread beyond Viridia, and people from neighboring towns sought the wisdom of Reverend Thomas. His message of authenticity and self-improvement resonated with many, prompting others to confront their own hypocrisy and bad habits. In time, the town of Viridia became a shining example of how embracing authenticity and acknowledging one's flaws could lead to positive change. And at the heart of it all was Henry, who went from being a symbol of hypocrisy to a beacon of hope and inspiration for everyone around him. The lesson from this story is clear. Hypocrisy and bad habits can corrode our lives, but acknowledging them and working on ourselves sincerely can lead to true transformation and a life worth living.